So welcome guys to this video. Every year, millions of dollars get into so many artists' accounts, both in Nigeria, both in Africa, and even all over the world. And you're wondering why you're not making as much money as you should as an artist. It is because of a few things, which in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be sharing this information on how you can be able to maximize your profits using Spotify. And you don't need to get too entitled that Spotify is not paying you, or you start getting worried or thinking that there's a problem somewhere. You just need to understand how the game works. So the music streaming ecosystem. So what I'm going to be showing to you here is called the music streaming ecosystem loop. And this focuses on how all the major channels that makes up the music streaming ecosystem works. And you now would understand why Spotify actually needs you for them to make money. And if you can make them money as a partner, they would also help you to make money. So we'll just get straight into it. So after you watch this video, I don't expect you to begin to complain that Spotify is not paying you enough. You know that everybody has their own roles to do. The Spotify has their own roles to do. You as an artist have your own role to do. Even the people listening to the song have their own roles to do. So if they're doing their part, you got to do your part, my guy. So let's just get straight into it. So what we're going to be hitting on first is the three major channels. The first channel is Spotify, which is the platform itself, and this also works for other streaming platforms, but I'm going to be using Spotify as an example, and you now begin to understand how it works. Then this is you as the musician, and this is the end user here. Now, what's the relationship between these three people? Is Spotify being the platform, you being the artist, and this is the user. So it starts from you. Without you, the artist, Spotify can make money. Spotify cannot function. Even though we understand that creators are part of it because there are podcasts and other sounds on Spotify, but majorly people that use Spotify or the digital streaming platforms like Apple Music, Audiomack, and the rest use it because they want to be able to get their songs being listened to. So musicians, without your content being pushed to the user, this is content. And what is your content? Your content is equals to music. Without your content being pushed to the user, Spotify is useless here. So what you need to understand as an artist is that the platforms actually do start with you, which you are the number one feeder in the platform. Then the users is the number two feeder in this platform before we get to the platform itself, Spotify. Because if Spotify is existing without artists, people won't come on Spotify as you expect it to be. So now, how does the user benefit Spotify? The user benefits Spotify by giving Spotify money. And how do we break down these users? Is two ways which the users give Spotify money. Is number one, premium subscribers, and also the free guys, because Spotify has its free version. So the premium subscribers, they obviously pay their money through subscription. Let's put that as so. The free guys, how do they give Spotify money? They give Spotify money through what we call advertising. So advertisers are also here. So advertisers feed Spotify with money through the free users, and the free users give them back attention. So let's say money, or call it ad money. Then the user give them attention. So the advertisers can be brands, can be musicians, can be anything. But as long as you're using Spotify on the free version, you're not paying for the premium monthly subscription, Spotify will keep sending adverts your own way. So if you don't like those adverts, then pay up so that you can be able to have the premium offer. So now Spotify gets a chunk load of money from its users. And how does Spotify now compensate you as an artist is through what we call royalties. Obviously, we know that royalties come through distributors. So distributors is the main middleman for it. So now understanding this ecosystem, you would now be able to know that if you as an artist, you're not making Spotify enough money. Spotify is not going to be pushing enough royalties to you, and also visibility. So just in case you're wondering as an artist, why am I not getting editorial playlists? Why am I not getting the algorithmic playlist that's supposed to give you lots of streams? It is because you're not giving as much content to the users, and the users are not paying as much attention to your own content. So if you're feeding 5 people here, and this 5 people is giving Spotify, let's say for example, averagely 5,000 naira, or let's say they're giving Spotify $50. Spotify will take their own cut, obviously, and give you a chunk of that money back. So another artist is giving Spotify 2 million people. Let's take this one off. 2 million people, and these 2 million people is giving Spotify roughly. So these 2 million people is giving Spotify. These musicians are feeding them content of 5 songs every week, and they have over 2 million people listening to those 5 songs every week or every month or every quarter. Yeah, and this 2 million people is generating over, let's say for example, $10 million to Spotify. So who do you think Spotify is going to give more attention to? Spotify obviously will give more attention to the people who's giving them $10 million than the artist that's giving them $50. So one of the best ways artists can be able to get a lot of people trickling down from here, number one, is called session stats. So if you're running good campaigns, and you have a good fan base, a good fan base for your own music, and you're sending people from your social media, from your email list, from your WhatsApp group, from wherever they are, to come to Spotify and stay long on Spotify, then you'll begin to get more people anchoring with your content. So that is one of the ways you can be able to push this. Another way to push this is having regular releases. You need to release music regularly. Releases. Without releasing music regularly, people would not be coming on Spotify to look for your music. So let's say, for example, you release music once every year as an artist, and you're expecting Spotify to do the algorithm to like you, the algorithm to give you visibility or to give you money, because those are the 2 things every artist are looking to benefit from Spotify. It's either they're looking to get visibility, or they're looking to get royalties, which is money. So if you're not giving them content regularly to these users, these end users, whether it's the premium subscribers or the free subscribers, they will easily forget you and move to the people who are giving them content, which obviously Spotify is going to focus on those people who are giving them content. So you need to make sure that you're giving a lot of content every year for your music. I always recommend release music every 2 months. That means in a year you're releasing like 5 to 6 songs. It is quite decent. Another thing that also Spotify requires from you as a musician to feed their end users is you need to give them a lot of listeners and repeat value. If people are staying on your profile as a Spotify artist, on Apple Music or Deezer or YouTube or wherever, this works, like I said, it works for every platform. If people are staying on your staying on your profile regularly, listening to your music, they're on playlists, listening to your music from time to time. So if people are spending 5 hours daily listening to your own music on Spotify will reward you, obviously, with visibility. And if these people keep paying their money for subscription because they're enjoying the kind of content that they're feeding them, because Spotify is running a business here, they need to make sure that these guys are satisfied. If these guys are not satisfied, Spotify will look for the people that is making them unsatisfied and reduce the visibility. So it's not all about royalties, it's not about the money alone, it's all about visibility. And if your visibility is less, it reduces the chances of you getting to these people more. So you begin to see that for you to be an evolving musician that everybody loves so much, and also for you to make a lot of money, you need to make sure that this continues to flow as a loop without any issues. Anywhere within this area that gets issues, it affects your ability to thrive as an artist on the digital streaming platform. So once you get as many listeners on your music, you get as many repeat value for your music, you make people stay longer on the platform. And if people are staying more longer on the platform, they are enjoying the platform, so they're happy to pay for subscription to continue to use the platform, or they're happy to ignore the advertisers' stress because they know that, when they listen to a song and the song skips and an ad comes, they know that they can't leave the platform because they want to make sure that they get more music that they like. So imagine I go onto Spotify and I'm figuring out that Spotify keep pushing songs that I don't like. I'll leave Spotify and go to another platform. So Spotify don't want that, because for them, they are more concerned about the users than even you as an artist. So it's your own duty to make sure that these users are always satisfied. And if you can make them satisfied, Spotify will make you happy. It's a tit for tat thing. Now, you're not the only one that has the responsibility of making your users satisfied. Spotify have now come up with what we call playlists to be able to help the user get the best experience. And normally we have 3 types of playlists. And this playlist also helps keeps the users on the platform, because it's not only when people are listening to your profile on Spotify. I can't count how many times I've gone to Spotify and I just go to Burna Boy's profile and start listening to Burna Boy's song all the time. So this platform understands that if we create playlists, 3 types of playlists we have is editorial, algorithmic, so we call this algo, and user-generated UGP, user-generated playlists. So user-generated playlists are the playlists that is created by individuals like you and I. The algorithmic playlists are the playlists created by the AI on the Spotify, and editorial playlists are the ones created by the taste makers and their own playlist creators. So they understand that many people like to be on Spotify because of things like this. If I'm listening to a playlist that I like, I can be on Spotify for as long as I want. And if I do that, my user experience begin to get more boosted. And that is one of the things that keeps Spotify ahead of so many other digital streaming platforms, because they have one of the best algorithmic playlists. They have so many user-generated playlists, and they have one of the nicest editorial playlists in the world. So if you can be able to get as much people to vibe to your content. So what Spotify now do is that they see that people are liking your content. Spotify puts you on the editorial, puts you on the algorithmic playlist, and which also, if you get a lot of people to put you on the user-generated playlist, it also still helps. So once you're getting on this playlist and people are staying on their platform for a long time, and that's one of the reasons why, when I was explaining it in one of my other video, I said that this is also the same rule that YouTube uses, and that's why YouTube created what we call watch time hours. And that is the reason why, for you to be able to get monetized on the YouTube platform, you need to get at least a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, which confirms that you have over 1,000 people that loves your content, and you've gotten over 4,000 watch time hours. That means they have stayed on the platform on your own content for 4,000 hours, which is beautiful, because once they understand that you're keeping people on the platform for that long, then their experience will be much more better, and that way Spotify makes more money. And once they're making more money, they take a chunk of it and give you back as an artist. So you're getting 2 things from Spotify. You're getting royalties from Spotify in terms of money, and you're getting visibility in terms of awareness as an artist. So now, why don't you make money on Spotify, on the digital streaming platform? It's because you don't have enough users that are coming to the platform, which is the session starts. You don't release regularly as an artist. That is another issue. And you don't have enough listeners. That's the reason why Spotify have monthly listeners. It's different from streams, and your repeat value is very, very low. Once your repeat value is very low, it's assumed that people skip your song and people are uninterested. So Spotify wouldn't want to push your music to people who are not interested in it. So if you're not getting as many people to enjoy your content, if you're not releasing regularly, promoting on social media, creating enough session stats, so that when I go to an editorial playlist or user-generated playlist and I see you and I listen to your song, I'll be like, oh, I've heard this song on social media before, I've heard it on TikTok before, I've heard it on Instagram before, oh, I like it, let me share it to other people. So now the user is now sharing it to other users too, so you bring in more people to Spotify, and Spotify makes more money and it keeps other users happy. Then Spotify will begin to say, oh, this guy, I feel like this guy is bringing over 100,000 people to our platform every month. We should give him more visibility. If he's doing this on his own, how about we support him? So now, for the many artists that are always struggling with, I'm trying to get playlists, I'm trying to get a lot of people to listen to my songs, I'm trying to get support from the DSPs per se, you need to understand that Many times, Spotify would not trust you with editorial playlists, neither would they trust you with algorithmic playlists until you've been able to do this. So one of the best ways you can be able to do this is to hit on your user-generated playlist a lot, get a lot of social media content going on for yourself to create enough session starts, release music regularly, and also promote so that you can get as many consistent listeners on your music. And if your music is not good, first of all, your repeat value will be very low, and that is already like a red flag for Spotify. So that is the reason why when you see so many content on the internet that they explain, why you cannot get on editorial playlists because you're not releasing music enough, you're not promoting enough, your song is not good enough. This is already the reasons. This is the reasons why you can't get on editorial playlists, because Spotify wants to see what you can do on your own before getting you on those playlists. So if you're getting enough content here to the user-generated playlist and you're doing this from your social media adverts, Spotify will see that, we are not even supporting this guy and he's already getting this amount of listeners. Maybe if we put him on the editorial, maybe if we put him on the algorithm, he can get more people to stay glued on the platform and enjoy the platform. And that way, there's so many demand on you as an artist. So you should understand as an artist that Spotify works for you, Apple Music works for you, Boomplay works for you, AudioMac works for you. It's a partnership where you guys are trying to wash your hands. The left hand wash the right hand wash the left hand. So you need to understand that if you put that mentality in your head that you are in charge, you need to be able to deliver your own end for Apple Music, for Spotify, so that they can be able to deliver them, because it starts with you. No platform would give you support without you supporting them first. So you are the major reason why Spotify exists. So I don't see any reason why, if you're doing all these things right, Spotify would not want to support you. Spotify would not want to give you visibility. Spotify would not want to pay you good money. So, and understand that this is a competition game. It is a competition game here. And if you don't understand this competition, you will know that if you understand this competition, you will know that every artist, a lot of artists are struggling so hard to be able to win the Spotify, because Spotify is actually the king here. But now the king obviously cannot live without the queen, because he needs a queen to rule beside him. So he makes the user the queen. Let's make it like this. So if you please the queen, the king is happy with you, and the king rewards you with royalties, with visibility. And that is how the Spotify ecosystem works. And I call it the music
that's good.
Streaming ecosystem loop. So I hope you understand this. If you have any question, feel free to comment do that in the comment section. But with this, I've been able to lay my claims why you're not making enough money on Spotify, why you're not getting playlists on Spotify, and why you're not getting enough support from Spotify. So if you can be able to do this, understanding these things, and play your own part in partnership with Spotify and the users, hell no, there is no way Spotify is going to say they won't support you. So if you keep doing this as an artist consistently, you will get the best results. So let me know if you like what you're seeing here. Let me know if you want me to explain it more with other platforms. I can explain with Apple Music, I can explain with YouTube, I can explain with Instagram. Let me know if you enjoy what you're seeing. So if you're looking to get more understanding on how you can be able to run proper editorial playlist pitching, run a lot of campaigns on the DSPs, on social media, and even how to be able to find the right user-generated playlist to get your songs on, get my course. It's a 12-week step-by-step rollout plan that gives you what you need to do every single day of your release from week 1 to the ending of your campaign, which is week 12. It's a 3-month plan. It also comes with so many other added bonuses, like a 12-week content calendar template, an EPK plan. The content calendar template is very important because so many artists are struggling with what they need to post every single day till their release date and even after that. So it comes with that and many more, and this course is actually very, very affordable. So see the link in the description of this video to be able to get the course, and I hope that we're going to get so many superstars out of this course. And let me know if you have any questions that you have about this ecosystem in the comment section, and I'll be sure to respond and put you through. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button and share this video to so many artists that are struggling, that are having this self-doubt belief like, oh, maybe something is wrong with me, maybe something is going wrong with my career. There is nothing going on in your career, because there's nothing going wrong with your career. You're just not playing your part with the DSPs. If you play your part very well, I'm sure you're going to get good results. So don't forget to subscribe. Click the link to subscribe right now, and you're going to be getting more videos like this from me. See you in the next video.